I want to come to talk to you guys today about a role that I think is the best or one of the best jobs that's in the tech space that not a lot of people know about.
Well, what is that?
It is one of those high rewarding tech careers that you can get in the tech industry that not only pays a lot, but also gives you the ability to have the flexibility to work remote and to basically own your own career. And I work with these individuals on a daily basis. So, many people will come on YouTube and talk about things that they don't know about. Well, I work with these individuals every single day, and they are very, very helpful, or what I would like to say, a critical component to my overall success. I am in the tech sales space, and these people are my Robin, and sometimes they are the Batman to my sales cycles. And these individuals are the ones that if I was to go back and look at my career and say, what is one of those roles that I should have gone towards? This would be that role that I would have gotten into a lot sooner. I just didn't know anything about it. So if you are someone who are graduating college, you are someone who is looking to take your career to the next level, you are someone who is looking to break into tech, then this is the role that you should be looking at getting into, because it is one of the best jobs that a lot of people don't talk about in the tech space. Guys, my name is Antoine Wade and I run the Black Heights channel. If you like this sort of content, make sure that you hit the like button and the notification bell and the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Now, what is this role? I want to explain this role in detail for you. And the role is a tech sales engineer. And they have many names for it that I want you guys to understand. They are also known as a tech sales engineer. They're also known as a systems engineer. They're also known as a sales engineer. They're also known as a consulting systems engineer, a technical solutions architect, and they have other titles. But they're key to the sales process. They are the people who typically are the ones that are responsible for getting the deal done. If they are good, they are the ones that are responsible for helping to get the deal done, because they have the technical know-how, they also have the communication skills, and ultimately you will find these roles across all of the major tech companies. And the reason why I gave you guys the different names of these roles is because if you are interested into these roles, these are the titles that you should be looking for. So you would find these roles all across the top major tech companies that exist out there if you want to work for the top major tech companies that exist. But you will also find these roles in the small and the medium-sized tech companies that exist out there. So you can find these positions in companies like Cisco, Microsoft, Google, Amazon. They are all over the place, and there are hundreds of thousands of these roles that exist, and they also exist inside the companies that these companies partner with. So for instance, Microsoft has hundreds of thousands of partners that they partner with. Well, these people exist inside of those partner companies as well. And some of those partner companies are smaller. So there are ample opportunities for you to find a role like this in any of these size businesses. And tech sales engineers are responsible for the technical aspects of the sales cycle. That's what I would like to say. They're responsible for the technical aspects of the sales cycle, but let me provide a little bit more clarity to you on the technical side. So they are responsible for understanding complex products. A lot of times in the technical world, there are so many products that exist out there, but they are complex. They're very difficult for the average person to understand. And the technical sales engineer is responsible for understanding the complex products and how it solves the customer's problems.
It's interesting.
But I want to tell you something like this. They are technical, but it doesn't require you to get into the low level technicalities of the actual solutions that you will be working on and you become a subject matter expert in. So it doesn't require you to do any of the low level programming or the circuit designs or anything like that. So if you are a person who likes technical stuff, right? Wants a technical career, but you don't want to get involved into the coding aspects of it, and this is a person for you. And I will go back to early on in my career, very technical. Started my career off as a software engineer, and I really didn't enjoy the coding aspect of sitting in front of a computer and coding all day. The part that I really liked was talking to customers, understanding their problems, understanding the design that they want, and then creating it. Well, this is the perfect job that will allow for you to do that. It will allow for you to talk to customers, not dive into the low-level programming, but it will allow for you to understand the software enough so that you can configure it and talk about it intelligently to the overall customer. So if you are a type of a person that really likes the technical side of things, also the business side of things, and you like to communicate with customers, to show your personality and to build relationships with individuals, then this is a type of role that you are looking for. I'm gonna tell you like this is the type of role that you are looking for, and this is the type of role that I wish I would have known about coming out of college, and I probably wouldn't have gone the direction of a software engineer. I would have become a sales engineer so that I could have climbed the ladder a lot faster to make the money that ultimately I wanted to make within my career.
Yes, Frank, that's what I'm looking for.
I'm getting excited talking about this role because I see how these people operate on a daily basis and what they are able to do. So essentially, these are the individuals that are responsible for creating the technical blueprints or the solutions or the customer requirements. That's exactly what it is. So if a customer has a specific problem, these are the ones that create the technical blueprints for the customer's problems to solve those customers' problems. And what they end up doing after they are able to solve these customer problems by creating these technical blueprints, they are then able to present what these blueprints are, right, to the actual customer. And customers are wowed by them. I was on a phone call today with an individual who's been a technical sales engineer for 15 plus years, working for the same exact company. So this person is an actual expert, and he is a individual contributor, and he loves what he does, and he makes over $300,000 a year.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Right? And he's able to get on the phone, he's able to ask the right questions, and he's able to understand his customers' problems because he's seen them before. And he's able to show them a little bit of the software, to tease them, to ask them, or for them to want a little bit more. And he's able to then allow it to go back into my hands as the sales rep to allow for me to keep the sales cycle going, right? And then, set them up for a demo some other time and so forth. But these guys are the individuals who are responsible for the overall blueprints, understanding what the customer's needs are, understanding what the customer's problems are, and then presenting the findings to the customer via demos, via presentations. And it is one of the best jobs that exist out there. And these guys get the opportunity to work from home, and they have flexible working environments. The individuals that I was on the phone call with today, who has over 15 years of experience, works from his house, and he's been working from his house for the last 14 years. The last 14 years he's been working from his home. And not only that, he has the flexibility to do whatever it is that he ultimately wants to do throughout his day. So as long as there are projects that are going on or sales cycles that are going on, yes, you have to be available for that. But he isn't the owner of the overall sales cycle. I'm the owner of the overall sales cycle. So for him, typically, if there's no sales cycle going on, he could be working on other things. And that other things could be working on things around the house. He could be working on petting his dog or whatever it is that he ultimately wants to do during the workday. He can actually do this. And this is I'm talking about a flexible job that also gives you an opportunity to work from home. And one of the things that will also allow for you to do, for you folks who like to travel, you will also get an opportunity to go on site to visit the actual customers that you're going to be working with. Tech sales engineers are part of the sales team. A lot of people like to put them into pre-sales or whatever it is, and some companies may have a different organization of how it works. But with my experience over the last 18 years in the tech world, tech sales engineers are part of the sales team. And these guys are not the frontline salespeople, and they don't have quotas that they have to deal with like myself. I have to carry a quota where I have to be able to get to $1.2 million a year. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Well, these guys don't have the pressure of getting to that $1.2 million a year, but they do earn commissions, and they earn commissions that pay them a lot of money. And these guys start off as individual contributors, but they can grow within their career to be in a leadership role. I know many people who start off as a fantastic sales engineer, and before you know it, within a matter of 4, 5, 6, 7 years, they are the senior vice president of sales, or they are the director of solution consulting, or they are the director of technical architects, making a whole bunch of money.
Easy green.
Which is out there, and you're going to get paid for it. But the career trajectory starts off as a individual contributor role, and then you can go beyond that to take on other senior leadership roles, such as a senior director, a vice president, and so forth. But one of the things that I would tell you is this: the awesome part of this job is that you are an individual contributor. So if you are later in your career and you're like, I don't want to deal with all that management stuff, because a lot of times management stuff is a bit difficult to deal with. Well, you don't have to worry about that. You can become an expert in the solutions that you're responsible for, help the salespeople win, make a whole bunch of money, and still be an individual contributor so that you can balance your lifestyle. And there's a diverse amount of career opportunities for you. I've seen some people, like I said, climb the ladder to a senior vice president of sales, or they want to go on and be more technical, or they want to take on the role of an account executive or enterprise account executive, because they've been selling for quite a bit. And they say, you know what, now that I'm helping you salespeople and I'm helping you to win your deals, I want to be responsible for that process as well. And I've seen a lot of folks in the technical sales engineer transition to an account executive role and absolutely crush it. So why should you choose a career as a technical sales engineer? Well, I can tell you like this: there is a lot of job satisfaction behind it. Again, I wish I would have taken or known about this role early on in my career. Now I'm a bit more senior, and I do like the technical side of things, but I also know where my skills lie at, and that is the ability to build relationships with customers. And not only that, to actually run processes, a sales process that we are responsible for, and owning that process to beginning to the end. And that takes a lot of leadership skills and so forth. But what I would tell you is this: early on in my career, if I would have known about the technical sales engineer role, I would have gone that direction versus going the direction of a software engineer, because that would have allowed for me to make more money early on in my career, which I would have been able to do a lot more with overall in the overall lifespan of my career of 18 years. So if you are a type of a person that like the technical side of things, but don't want to get into the coding part of the technicalities, meaning that this is a no code type of a role, but this is a technical role where it's technical enough where you will be touching, configurations in an application, and have to, set up some of that application, loading data, and you have to ultimately communicate how this application allows, or how this application will solve a customer's problem, and present that in front of people. If you are the type of person that likes the technical side of things, but also like to communicate with customers and to internal stakeholders, then this is the type of role for you. This is a hidden gem in the tech space that nobody talks about very often, unless you are somebody who's done it or somebody who's in that career. And ultimately, these guys keep quiet as well because they don't have platforms. But I'm going to let the cat out of the bag and let you guys know that this is a hidden gem in the tech space that you should be looking at. And there are many names for this role that exist out there, and you should consider it if you are a technical person and you want to get to the money and you also like to talk to customers. So if this is the career for you, I want you to talk to other tech sales engineers that exist out there. Go on LinkedIn, send them a message, get them to speak to you about their overall career and what they do and how much money they ultimately make. Also, I am partnered with a company called Level Careers, who basically has teachers who teach people to become sales engineers, because they have been sales engineers for over 14 years, and we've partnered with them at Black Heights. If you use the Black 100 discount code, you will get the course with a 10% discount, and it's only $497, guys. That is it. So if you want to become a tech sales engineer, this is the best value that is out there for you in order for you to understand what it's like to be a tech sales engineer. Because I personally think that the technical stuff is relatively easy to learn, and most companies will teach you that. But the stuff that is difficult to learn is how to communicate, how to basically talk to customers, and how to build the relationships. And Leveled Careers really focuses on that component of it so that you can have the success within your tech sales career. Guys, my name is Antoine Wade, and I run the Black Heights channel. And if you like this sort of content, make sure that you hit the like button and the notification bell and the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Guys, we'll see you in the next video. Until next time, peace.